just to highlight, and thank you, Nunzia, for reminding us, we're going to record this, and then that gives us an opportunity to load it on our website later. So I'm clicking, got it, we're recording. So that is what WISDOM is trying to do. This is our agenda for today, so it's quite a packed agenda. I am just going to highlight what we're going to do. So quick welcome over and done. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the research that we have been doing this year and the progress we've made. I'm going to hand over to Renata, who's going to talk about the events we've been conducting. Sybil is going to give us a recap on the Young Women for OR outgoing cohort, and Anna is going to welcome the incoming cohort. And Özgen is going to give us a quick overview of our PR subcom. When we get through all of that, that leaves us a little bit of time for discussion. So in terms of this item, the research that we've been doing, this is the remit of our research subcommittee. So we're trying to understand any gender dimension associated with OR. So are there specific OR types of problems or questions or techniques that we could use to include a gender dimension? So we're working on that. We're working on identifying sources of data that we can work with, and we're looking at publication opportunities. So progress to date, we have published our white paper last year. That's up on our website if anybody is interested in following on that. And I just wanted to give you an overview of the research this year. We carried out a survey mainly in conjunction with the Euro conference, but also disseminated through the National OR Society conferences. So thank you to everybody who helped disseminate about the conference. We got 321 responses. We had been hoping for more, but we know people are tired with all those requests to fill surveys. Respondents, we had 172 who identified as female and 146 who identified as male. We don't think that's the profile of the male-female gender in OR, but it says something about who are interested in helping us and supporting us. I just picked out one quote from the open free text responses that I wanted to share with you. We're currently doing all the analysis, and this was a very nice quote. Whoever responded wrote this. It's a very nice quote. Don't be afraid to say something incorrect. Your colleagues do it regularly, and it doesn't make them, sorry, my pictures are over the thing, so it doesn't make them bad or discredited. So I think that's a nice little piece of advice that we can all share. We're also working on some semi-structured interviews, again, to understand career paths in OR. So Nicola Morell and Frances O'Brien from the UK OR Society are leading on that, and that's ongoing. And our last piece of work is something that we're probably more comfortable as an OR community with, is understanding networks. And we're particularly looking at co-authorship networks. So that's just a high level of what we're doing. And I just wanted to show you, in terms of the survey preliminary results, some of the main challenges identified by female respondents were getting papers published and getting promoted. And linked with that, some of the questions we asked were about caring responsibilities. So this slide just shows the breakdown, male, female, of the numbers of hours that people have caring responsibilities for. So you can see the orange over here is the female. And our other piece that we picked out was asking people about their employment status. So to get promoted, you have to publish, and you also probably need a permanent position. So these are just some of the challenges that are emerging in the survey. So I'm going to stop sharing there, and I am going to pass over to Renata, and Renata is going to talk to us a little bit about some updates from the events subcommittee.
Thank you.
So if I stop sharing,
okay.
Over to you, Renata.
Okay, let's see. Can you see?
Yep. I'm going to mute myself now and hand over to you.
Okay, thank you. So I will going to present and summarizing the main achievement in our second year. This is our second year as a WISDOM group in terms of events. Before introducing, I would like to tell you a little bit who we are, since in the group we are working different people, so it's important to let you know what we have done, but also who and how they work. First of all, let me say that my main work was focused on young women for OR, but nothing can be done without my co-chairs that are so great persons, Anna and Sibel. I have to say that starting, and this is an important achievement as well, we start become very good friends, and this is also an important result. About webinar organizations, I have to say, as you probably noticed, Paula and Nunzia are everywhere. They are very strong people, always working very hard. And they are indeed the organizer of the webinars that I'm going to present you briefly. Dilek is our secretary, which is also an important role, and all the other people were mainly, I cannot just citing all of them, but all these people is working in mentoring, networking, and career development. First important achievement, first important event is a Young Women for OR. I think that we launched Young Women for OR last year. These are the girls that are the awardees of our 2021, so the first edition. Let me say what is the meaning for Young Women for OR. Essentially, we would like to present to our community people that are emerging, young women that are emerging in terms of work and research in OR, not necessarily in academia, also in industry as well. And we try in some sense to spotlight their work by introducing them and using, for instance, different tools also from Euro channels, and in particular organizing some specific events in order to spotlight their work. I just describe you the events for this year. We organize webinars, and more precisely, these webinars were on specific topics, and for this reason we invited also some experts that were in some sense provide a brief overview of the main challenges, current challenges in the different domain. The first was organized in April, and it was on facility location optimizations, and the expert was Ivana Ljubic. Then in May, we have OR in the energy and transportation sectors, and we invited David Pissinger. In September, OR and in healthcare and logistics with Stephen Nickel. And finally, in November, OR in sustainable supply chains and supply systems, so with Grit Water. I have to say that the format of this specific webinar, as Paula and Nunzia and also Anna organized them, was extremely interesting in the sense that at the end of the presentation, we usually split the person into small groups to have the possibility to work a little bit discussing some specific topics, and why not also try to start with some research cooperation. I would like also to thank, I know that Paula has put this thanking at the end, but I would like to thank me on behalf of all the group, of course, these experts, since they provide a great contribution for the success of these webinars. Then for these girls, we also organize stream at Euro. And more precisely, three different sessions, one devoted to supply chain, logistic, and decision support, what was chaired by Sibel, energy optimizations chaired by Paula, and graphs and network and transport were chaired by Nunzia. All these were presentation by our Young Women for OR of this year, of this edition. We also organized a round table with several panelists, and this round table was on networking, career and progression strategies. Among the panelists, Francis O'Brien for WISDOM, and Ruth Misner, and Alberto Santini as Young, Paolo Totta, and Giovanni Felici. The moderator was Giulia Bennell, and I and Paula, the co-chairs. I have to say that the round table was interesting. Everyone was sharing personal experience and tried to tell us how networking is important in order to get career progression. There was also an important part, I would to say, that we discussed also about metrics adequate metrics for evaluating our work in terms of scientific results and technical activities. I forgot to say an important aspect, both for the webinars before and the roundtable. It's possible to watch the recording of a roundtable and of the webinars, and we will send the link to this recording in our next newsletters that will be sent to you very early, I mean in a few days. Finally, not last, since it is an important event, IFORS also in one of his global webinar series organized a gender diversity in the world. It was a special global webinar on initiatives and issues in the OR community. We are extremely interested in this event since, as you can see, we have different important speakers from the 4 regional grouping of IFORS, and for Euro, Paula was our representative. So she presented the activity of our WISDOM group. I have done. Now I just give the floor to Sibyl, that is going to give the farewell to the girls of the last year, just presenting also some results.
Yes, may I share the screen?
Yes, please.
All right, just a second. Sorry. I just cannot find this. All right. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. We conducted a survey with the Young Women for OR awardees for the year 2020-2021. And these are the answers, the analysis from their answers. As you can see on the left, the question was, I value being an YW4OR awardee. And most of them, 90% of them actually do, which is very good. And this award has been instrumental in advancing my career so far. You can see 44% agreed strongly. Blue means strongly agree. Red means agree. 3 means neutral. And green means disagree. Luckily, there's no strongly disagree. The 2020-2021 events have been beneficial for me. Renata summarized very well our events. And so 60% agreed, strongly agreed that they were beneficial for them, and 20% agreed. All right, next slide. We got some comments, and the comments, the highlights, some points from these comments are, the question was, events could have been improved. The comments related to that was, advertisements might be better. Events could be held in person. And according to the women, most beneficial events are as follows: the healthcare and logistics event, webinars and following discussions, thanks to, again, our experts, the YW4OR stream in Euro 2020, the event that they had the chance to present their work and discuss it with experts. Again, this is like the discussions after the webinars, the talks by the YW4OR, the special session at Euro 2020, all events. These are the comments from the young women. If we want to go into a bit more detail about their suggestions, you can see them here. I'll read just a few of them. Event suggestions to support 2021-2022 awardees in career development. So some comments are, in addition to what has been organized this year, they would like to have a short monthly online meeting with the awardees, like a coffee meeting, a social meeting, to network a bit more. And another one that I would like to highlight is a workshop could be organized for awardees and young people, and experts could share their experiences during their early career years. the application process, tenure track, and so on. Another highlight is more active discussion sessions between the 12 participants from the start of the year, and in-person meetings where awardees and invited participants can discuss about their research interests and start joint work. So, actually for the events, tutorials would be nice. Besides research topics, it would be good to follow some more soft skills topics such as networking, career development, and public speaking. Strategies to quantify environmental and social impact and sustainability. Workshops about international collaboration. Tutorials on appealing communication to promote our discipline. Roundtables for new proposals related to initiatives to help in supporting women career advances in our discipline. So thanks a lot for filling in the survey and providing these comments to us. And Renata will take it over. I'm stopping sharing. Just shortly, Renata, do you have any comments?
I think that comments, the main comments that I can do is that girls have definitely indicated some interesting new suggestions that we should take into account for our next year. So this will be definitely the starting point for us. I think that now we need to introduce some new results, I mean, some new aspects that need probably to be taken into account that I noticed from what you have shown, Sibyl. First of all, probably we need to give more opportunities to this girl to meet each other. This would be definitely not a so good period, but for the future, I think that this will be the main point. And of course, networking is the best important and the most important, let's say, next target that we should reach. That's it. Let's see what we have been able to do for the future. Now I give the floor to Anna for presenting the new girls for the next event, next year event, so 2021 and 22. So please, Anna, you can share.
Sorry, I was muted. Okay, thank you very much, Renata. First of all, I want to, let's say, thank the young women for a while, for the end that is closing this month. I'm sure Paula will do also this, but I want to thank all the 12 women that participated with us during these years in all these events that Renata shared with us. Now it's time to have another 12 great women. So as you can see here, we had over 20 applications from 13 different countries in Europe, which was quite interesting. It was very difficult for us to select the 12 ones. So some of them that are really young, especially the PhD ones, should apply next year. So please, if you are not selected, go ahead next year, because we identified very, very good profiles, and unfortunately we could not select because we have this constraint on the 12 women, since we want to elect one pair here. So from the 12 selected, we have 8 that are early career and 4 that are just finishing their PhDs, and they come from 7 different countries in Europe. Who are they? Well, sorry, here they are, the photos. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to call each one of you, the new young women for a while, and I will ask you just to present yourself. Where are you coming from, and 1 or 2 words on your area of interest, because I think it's very important for us to know you and you know, to see from where you come. So the photos are here, but then I hope we have most of you around the Zoom. So I will start with the first one. And sorry if I'm not pronouncing the name correctly. So Asuncion, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I'm going to do something that maybe is good. I will stop sharing because then we can see the girl more precisely, and then I'll come back here again. Okay, Asuncion, where are you?
Okay. Thank you for the presentation. Well, as Ana said, my name is Asuncion Jiménez Cordero. Currently, I am a postdoctoral contract researcher at the University of Malaga. My supervisor is Juan Miguel Morales. And my project was funded by the ERC starting grant. Currently, I'm working on novel machine learning tools that combine the already known optimization-based techniques in order to, well, what we do is to combine the knowledge from the machine learning and optimization in order to enhance the performance metric of several problems, such as, for instance, the mixed interlinear programs. And during my PhD that I done in the University of Seville, supervised by Rafael Blanquero and Emilio Carrizosa, I studied or I analyzed different methods to classify and predict functional data from a mathematical optimization point of view. I think that's more or less all.
Okay, Asuncion, thank you very much and welcome. Okay, so now I go to Carolina, that is just neighbor of you. Carolina.
Hello, nice to meet you, all of you. I'm Carolina, as Professor Renata Paula said. I'm finishing my PhD. I'm Brazilian and I'm living here in Lisbon. So I'm finishing my PhD in Instituto Superior Técnico. I'm working with the smart waste collection routine problems. It's basically using sensors to help to plan waste collection. And I'm working with Professor Tania Ramos and Ana Paula. I think this is all.
Thank you, Carolina. Welcome too. So now we go again to Spain. Cristina.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all. Well, I'm Cristina, and I am about completing my PhD at the University of Seville. My supervisors are Rafael Blanquero and Emilio Carrizosa, also from the University of Seville, and Dolores Romero Morales from Copenhagen Business School. And well, my research interests reside in the interface between mathematical optimization and machine learning. In particular, we develop models aiding data-driven decision-making, where interpretability, fairness, and explainability is our main focus.
Okay, great, Cristina. Thank you very much. So now we go to Italy. Georgia, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, nice to meet you to everyone. I come from Sicily in Italy, in particular in the city of Catania, near the Mount Etna. And I work with my supervisor, the Professor Laura Scrimali, and with Patrizia Daniele, another professor of my university. And I work on variational inequalities and particular game theory. And we work on particular of super networks and networks models, and we resolve by using variational inequality and inertia equilibria or generalized Nash equilibrium. Now I'm the last year of my PhD, in particular in computer science, but my degree, my master degree is in mathematics. So
thank you, Julia.
I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you,
Thank
Julia.
you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Julia. So now we go more to Central Europe, and I will call Julia. Julia, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. So hello, everyone. Nice to meet you here in this digital Christmas meeting. So my name is Julia. I'm currently working as a postdoc researcher at the University of Kaiserslautern in the southwest of Germany. I'm working at the Department of Business Economics at the chair of logistics. The professor is Timo Gschwind. So my current research interests are about logistics, especially multi-tier logistics systems, and I'm especially interested in the timing, so the synchronization of different tiers of logistics. And timing is important to me, maybe because this is what my main PhD area was. So I did my PhD in Magdeburg with Frank Werner in the scheduling area. So this means initially I'm coming from production planning or the timing of production. So I kind of like sequences and ordering stuff. So I will also try to do this with trucks and trams and packages right now. I'm quite happy to be an awardee here, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you, maybe in person next year at some conferences or workshops.
Thank you, Julia. I hope we will meet at least in Finland, in Espoo at the Euro, because we are fed up of Zoom. It's good, but it's not enough. Thank you, Julia. So now I will call Laila, from Netherlands. Oh, sorry, Leila. Okay.
So, hi, I'm Leila. I'm now working in the Netherlands. So I graduated from my PhD about a bit over a year ago at the Technical University in Munich, so southern Germany. So the real south, not something like Kaiserslautern. And so in January I started my tenure track here in Eindhoven. I'm working on practically everything that has to do with transport and logistics, but my own research interest is particularly in shared mobility. And so I'm addressing that for the most part with different different transport. So with a tool set of a transportation OR person. But I'm particularly interested also in game theory and the intersect between classic methodologies and classic transportation OR methodologies with game theory. And this is something where I would like to develop myself further. I'm very happy to meet all of you, and I'm really also hoping to see at least some faces at the Euro next year, which I'm still hoping to attend in person.
Yeah, hopefully we will. You know, it's summer is going to be better for sure. Leila, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Lorena, now, are you there, Lorena? Yes. Lorena? No? I think Lorena is not here, at least for now. Okay, so I will pass to Remedios again. Okay, from Ireland.
Yeah, I'm here. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Nice to meet you all. Well, I'm Remedios Sillero, currently a postdoctoral researcher under the supervision of Professor Simon Wilson at Trinity College, Dublin, concretely at the School of Computer Science and Statistics. Well, before getting this position, I completed my PhD within the Department of Statistics and Operation Research of the University of Seville, under the supervision of Professors Emilio Carrizosa and Rafael Blanquero from the University of Seville and Pepa Ramirez Cobo from the University of Cádiz here in Spain. And while my research bridged the disciplines of operation research and statistics to develop novel computational methods for the extraction of knowledge from complex data in some sense. Well, finally, I would like to say thanks again for this initiative, and I can't wait to enjoy and participate in the different sessions that you will organize during this year. So thank you.
Thank you, Remedios. We are going to Marina now that I am seeing already there. So Marina, now is your time to present.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm very happy also to be one of the young women for award this year. I'm currently working in the Miguel Hernández University in Spain, and also I'm part of the Operational Research Center of this same university. I finished my PhD a couple of years ago. I did it in the University of Sevilla under the supervision of Justo Puerto and Eduardo Conde. And I also did later a postdoc in Germany under the supervision of Martin Schmidt. My research interests comprise mixed integer linear and nonlinear programming problems in applications in location, finance, network design, feature selection, energy. And most of these problems belong to the field of optimization under uncertainty, especially in robust optimization and also in bi-level optimization. And that's all. I'm also looking forward to share more with you all and to know more from you. Thank you again.
Thank you, Marina, and welcome again. So now we go to Martina, that I know that is around.
I'm here. Hi, everybody. So I'm Martina Cerulli. I'm Italian, but like exactly 1 week ago, I defended my PhD at École Polytechnique in Paris, in France. And so my supervisors were Claudia D'Ambrosio and Leo Liberti, and my PhD was funded by a Marie Curie scholarship. My thesis was about bi-level optimization, and from January I will start a postdoc at ESSEC in Paris with Professors Ivana Ljubik and Claudia Archetti, and I will keep investigating the bi-level optimization topic. I'm very happy to be here, to have been selected, and congratulations to the other girls, and looking forward to meeting you all in person.
Thank you, Martina, and congratulations for your Viva. So now we have 9 early career women and not
yes,
8.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Martina. Helene, you also there, that I already saw you in the Zoom.
Yes. So thank you for the introduction and nice meeting you all. Actually, I'm the second one from Kaiserslautern today. So I'm also a postdoctoral researcher at TU Kaiserslautern. And but I'm not in the business department, but in the mathematical optimization department. And I'm working on optimization problems in public transport mainly, but also some problems in sustainable last mile logistics. I did my PhD in Göttingen, so in another German city, almost 3 years ago now. And I came to Kaiserslautern in 2019.
Okay, thank you very much, Helene, and welcome too. So now we go to the last one, Sandra, but I'm not sure if Sandra is around. Sandra? I don't think she is.
Yeah. No, I'm here. Yes.
Oh, okay, Sandra.
I was mute. Yes.
Okay,
sorry. So good afternoon and nice to meet you all. Well, I am Sandra, you guessed. Well, I obtained my PhD very recently. In fact, it was last summer, and I obtained that in the University of Seville under the supervision of Rafael Blanquero, Emilio Carrizosa, and Pepa Ramírez Cobo. Currently, I am a postdoctoral researcher at the Universidad Carlos III of Madrid at the Department of Statistics. My research interests are based on classification, feature selection, all the things related, but from a mathematical optimization point of view. Also, I did some research space at the Copenhagen Business School, and I work there in benchmarking. So thank you so much, and I am really happy to participate in this very nice initiative.
Okay, thank you very much, Sandra. Okay, so I'm just going to share again the screen. Anyway, thank you very much, all the young women for award for the next year, 2022. So again, welcome. Next year, we are planning as this year 4 webinars where you will present your work, then you will be contacted. Since we were looking into your main interest areas, we built these 4 clusters, and then we will try to put you here within each one of these. So We are planning to have one first webinar in March in data science and optimization, the next one in May in bi-level optimization, then September, production, logistics and game theory, and then finally in November, we will close with the city logistics and mobility. It was interesting because when we were looking into your interest and now that you were introducing yourself to us, indeed there are many, similar interests, and I think these webinars will be really very interesting. So to close this part, we again welcome to the WISDOM, and it's for us a pleasure to have you as the 12 women for 21-22. Thank you very much, and we wish you all the best next year. We are looking forward to listen to what you are doing, and to meet you in presence in Finland is what we all want. Yeah. So thank you again. And now I will stop sharing and I will pass to Paula.
Thank you, Anna. I think we'll pass to Özgen, who's going to give us an update on the PR Subcom, and then we'll throw open the floor and we'll have some interesting discussion. Thank you, Anna.
Starting right away, I'm here to represent the PR Subcommittee as the co-chair, and I'm hoping to recruit perhaps some new members from the inside. Tatiana is our chair, and the other members, like the reliable members of our committee, is Hara, Katerina, and Eloisa. Our basically task is to communicate, disseminate, publish, and connect. So what we do is communicate with our members all the time, or followers, disseminate any output that WISDOM does, publish our activities through different mechanisms like I4's newsletters or our own newsletters, and connect hopefully with other professional women organizations. In the past year, Eloisa helped manage the website. We upload any significant news or output on the website. We have some flexibility issues, but we are doing the best we can. Our main channel of communication is LinkedIn, because we also have an emailing list with a low number of members. So LinkedIn is the place to go. And we also report and write small pieces on our activities on the I4's newsletters, with, of course, Paula's and Nunzia's help as well. Hara and Katerina are our newsletter editors. Now, it's meant to be biannual, but up to now we have been publishing annual newsletters, and the second one will be out soon. And we are hoping to also connect with other professional women organizations. We had members dealing with that as well, but we lost them. Hopefully, we will start connecting with other organizations soon. And annual report for WISDOM is the next thing to do. Perhaps this year we will get away with the newsletter as well, but I guess after this year it will be a regular term as work as well. For the next year, we recruited 2 ordinary members, Susanna and Douglas, and we are hoping to onboard them and get them to take an activity and help as well. We are considering new communication channels. We're also open to suggestions. Right now, Twitter looks like the best option, but we are especially looking for people that are social media friendly, that are really experts in managing communication channels like this to help out. In the next year, we are also hoping to publish inspiring interviews with prominent figures in ORMS, academia or business, doesn't matter, to be published on the website. And we are hoping to connect and collaborate with professional women organizations and other Euroforums as well. So when I joined this subcommittee, I didn't think that it would be this much writing, but it turned out to be this way. And we are open to new members coming in all the time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Özgen. So you can see there's been a lot of activity over the year. It's been a very busy time. I want to share my slides one last time, and then we will throw open to the floor for discussion. So I know Renata has thanked our expert speakers, but I just want to re-thank them again for giving their time and their expertise. So I think it's a great way to start connecting with the senior members of the community and build networks by the Young Women for a War. I also want to thank all of the WISDOM members themselves. It has been an incredibly busy year. So for people that are academics, working online, doing all of that, keeping the show on the road has been tough. I know some members of the both the committee and the ordinary members, they have had some causes for celebration. And when we throw open for open discussion, we might pick out some of those reasons to celebrate. So new additions to their family and so on, very exciting career progression. But also it has been a very tough time for some people who have lost family members. And we just have to remember it has been a very hard year all around for a lot of people. So I do want to thank everybody for their continued hard work and their continued support. And I have to thank Sybil and her student for our final slide before we throw open to the floor, which is a very nice little happy slide to remind us about, you know, just take a little break. All these stars and dreams should be absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to stop sharing now. You can all feel free to turn your cameras on. We have about 10 minutes or so for a little bit of an open discussion. And I'd maybe like to start with the Young Women for or the outgoing cohort. So some of them here and they didn't get a chance to speak today. So if any of them are there and would like to maybe share any further thoughts on how the year went for them or any of the observations we had, you're welcome to just unmute yourself and speak. So we're among a friendly audience here. So if not, maybe I'll just go to the floor and just ask if there's anything, any observations on any of our activities or our work that anybody'd like to comment on further. So open to anybody here to comment on.
I can take the word, try.
Go ahead, please, Martina. Thank you.
So yeah, as previous awardees, I wanted to thank you for all the work you are doing, not only you, Paula, but all the team. And it's amazing to have this reference group and attend these meetings and see friends and old friends and new faces. So that's very good. And I wish for the new awardees to be able to meet in practice, because I think that in presence. Because I think that something that was missed for us was indeed the opportunity to network more, but I think it was impossible in the year that we were. So yeah, that's how life is, right? But yeah, so with this, I really wanted to thank everybody, and I think it's a great opportunity for us and a great group to be part of also in the future.
Thank you very much, Martina, for those lovely words. And the outgoing cohort as well. They're not done yet. We have your email addresses, so we will be contacting you. And Martina, congratulations, because I know you have a new role.
Yeah, that's true. So I left Denmark and now I'm in Sevilla, and I'm actually talking from the GRC, that is the Joint Research Center of the European Union. And I discovered also that one of the new awardees is connected to GRC, probably another unit, but that's nice to know. And many people from Sevilla also passed through Sevilla in this talk today. So
yeah, Sevilla is well represented here. Yeah.
It's great to find all those connections and reinforce them. And who else is here? Who's the furthest south person we have? Because
sorry, no, I just wanted to, if I can quickly
go ahead, Melanie. Yes,
with Martina, that I'm also really grateful for all the work you've done and for the chances that you've given us. And just the other day, I thought that it's crazy that this year is already over. I just remembered writing my slides and submitting them, and then finally seeing them on LinkedIn and yeah, and just thinking that yeah, a year is already over, and yeah, also made me a bit sad that kind of our year is over now, but obviously happy for the new cohort. But I would also be happy to meet like my cohort again at some point if possible, hopefully in person, and just yeah, keep up the spirit that we had. It's been a very nice year. Thank you.
Thank you, Melanie, for those lovely words as well. And just to mention as well, we do plan a workshop in advance of the Euro 2020 2022. I'm losing track of the years, Melanie, as you said, it just goes so fast. So in the summer, we do hope to be in Finland and have a workshop in person, and I have my fingers crossed. So as Anna said, it'll be this summer, so hopefully things will be better. Sybil, I see you have your hand up, and if anybody else has their hand up, shout. Go ahead, Sybil.
Yeah, I was going to remind the workshop. So it was in one of the comments from the survey. So you will get a chance to meet each other, the new cohort and the old, sort of old, but always young and beautiful cohort.
Thank you, Sybil. Anything else then? So Sybil, your hand is up. I'm just looking at the chat there. Anybody else that wants to jump in? So particularly any of the outgoing cohort, it's not that it's your last chance, because we will be calling on you for connecting.
I can say a word.
Go ahead, please, Meltem. Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, thank you again. I think Young Women was really nice, wonderful for me as well, as most of you, I believe, because from one of the assistant professor from my university, I directly get some emails from them to meet each other. So from networking point of view, it was valuable for me. And also I got a scholarship from the School of Florence Regulation. I think being one of the awardee was also helpful to get that scholarship. I attended one of the courses from them. And hopefully, luckily, soon I will be also work as an assistant professor in one of the university in Turkey. So also I believe that being one of the young women helped me to find my new duty role as well.
That's
May
fantastic
I ask
news.
which university? Sorry, since I'm from Turkey.
Middle East Technical University.
we poached Meltem.
Well, congratulations to Meltem on her new role as well. Yes.
Thank you so much.
So that's fantastic to see that there's been that sort of networking happening behind the screen. And maybe the outgoing cohort as well will have some tips for the incoming cohort about kind of taking advantages of the opportunity. So that sounds like a fantastic way to work, Meltem. Well done. I'd throw open to anybody else then, either on the outgoing cohort or the incoming cohort, or the other WISDOM members, or some of our expert speakers joined us today if they want to add anything. Some of our other expert speakers during the year weren't able to join us, but they all sent their best wishes. So it is fantastic to have their support. Maybe just if Dolores is there, because I know one of the themes I spotted strongly coming up was around the intersection of data science and optimization. And I know Dolores has a nice webinar just this afternoon. Dolores, if you're there, would you like to put the link in the chat? You can pop it into the chat for us, or maybe Nuncia, if you have the link, you can pop it into the chat for us. But I'll just come back, throw to the floor. Anybody else, any wishes they'd like to make for next year?
Paula, if I may so, I would
ahead,
say
Anna.
all the young women to participate very actively in Euro. So Dolores is the one in charge of the program committee, and for sure she will be very happy to see all your abstracts, being submitted. And as Paula said, it's going to be a great opportunity for us to meet in presence, because it's very nice, as I said before, to see Zoom, but in presence is completely different. So please make an effort to participate very actively in Euro 2022, because I'm sure we will meet all there. Okay, I'm almost 100% sure, not 100%, let's say 99%, because okay, hopefully we will win. Okay.
Yes. Fingers crossed, Anna is right, because I think you're quite right. I think we're all a little bit zoomed out. Like at the beginning, it was a novelty to connect on Zoom, and it has been a fantastic opportunity to have experts from all over Europe working with us, but it is also tiring. So it will be fantastic. So Anna is nearly 100% confident. So I'm crossing my fingers and looking forward to seeing you in Finland, hopefully next year. So I see Dolores has popped the link into the chat there.
I have popped the link.
Go ahead, Dolores.
In the chat, and I was going to say that I was very, very impressed, if I may say so, with the young women from this cohort. It has been really a pleasure to see your contributions in the webinars. And of course, it would be wonderful to see them in Finland together with the new cohort. So we are putting all our efforts to make it happen in person. But in any form, we will be thrilled to see all of you there and to see your developments. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dolores. So yes, fingers crossed. I see Martina just made a comment as well about Aero Young, which is, if I understand correctly, the Italian Young wing, but there is also a Euro Young. So I think there are opportunities for connecting with the other forums. Martina, did you want to add anything about anything in particular that's happening with the Aero Young?
Well, I can say, so yes, indeed, the Aero Young is the young chapter of the Italian OR Society, and we organize different events, and the goal is indeed to connect PhD students and create a network. In the previous board, we were all women, and still a strong component of women in the board. And yes, so we organize different events, and the next one is going to be the workshop in Rome in February. So finger crossed that this year we will finally manage to do it in person. Anyway, it's you can join both in person and also remotely for this year. So, and it's a nice network to be part of. And as said, indeed, there is also the Euro Young workshop, which is a similar thing at the European level. Where also there are coming new workshops. I think, if I'm not wrong, there was supposed to be one in Porto, in Portugal, but now I need to be updated. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. I don't know if anybody else here in the conversation knows. I got a bit disconnected with the Euro Young, but check that out as well.
Thank you, Martina.
One, yes, I know that there is for Euro Young, there is one in Porto at I think the end of June, around 22 of June.
So I think it would be nice for Martina, I know, has posted other items on our LinkedIn group. So that's one way of connecting and letting people know the various different activities that are going on. So Özgen would probably encourage everybody, if you're not already a member of our LinkedIn group, to join there and to disseminate. It's a closed group because that's the only way we can do a free thing on LinkedIn, but people can take the same content and post it on their own LinkedIn account. And I know Dolores is there, is great at the tweeting and stuff. So it is excellent to kind of try and get the message out. We're just up at the hour, and we said we'd keep today to the hour. So maybe we'll kind of just take a second just to thank everybody, I think, again, for their work during the year. It was a very busy year with a lot of things going on. So taking the time to do this, I think, is very much appreciated by the community at large. So thank you again to our members. Thank you to the Young Women for OR and our expert speakers. Sybil has a comment for us again. Off you go.
Can we take a picture with the whole group?
Oh, yes.
One final picture?
We can try. Nunzi, are you there?
Yes, I am, but let's try more than us to try the screenshot, because every now and then mine doesn't work, so I don't know, but let's try.
Okay, so what do? We go to the...
I'm taking one, gallery view. You can do gallery view. You can,
gallery
all
view.
Of the girls, all of the women can take print screen, you know, this, yeah, snapshot.
And you can all post the pictures, as many as you like.
Yes, yes, yes.
There we go. Did somebody get some shots? So fingers crossed we have at least a couple of shots. So I look for them on LinkedIn. And if you're not connected with each other, then connect, I think, with each other on LinkedIn, and you can share your and resend your posts. Okay, I think we're just up at the hour. So if everybody's okay, we will